Well, we start today with mixed results as far as the points go. One man on 2, one man on 4 points so far in the standings.
Indeed, this is the lower end of the male bracket. Still not out of it yet. It should be said.
Yes, just having points honestly is enough to keep you in it by this point. Sorry, Bobby Roode.
Hey, Bobby Roode can still do it. He just needs to win tonight.
Not only could he still just about do it, even if he's not, he could be very pivotal depending on how his match on this round of the tournament goes.
Precisely. We shouldn't knock him out just yet.
As Bobby Roode takes on the undefeated in the B block, Aleister Black.
Okay, maybe the odds aren't in his favor, but he can still do it. I believe in him.
Yes, that is later. We start off with
Sorry.
I believe actually 2 of my picks as far as that
You would be
side of the
correct.
information goes, is with Rusev and Kyle O'Reilly.
You would be absolutely correct. Both men quite behind, it must be said.
Yep, definitely lower in the point standings, but have had some fairly tough challenges in their path so far. Some of the forerunners.
I mean, that is fair. So be real with me here. Which one of these men do you think's gonna win?
I think this is a this is one of those real matchups of styles. I mean, as you can see now, I think if Kyle can 100% out wrestle Rusev, I think Kyle has the technical prowess beyond anything really. But
Mm-hmm.
Rusev has an undeniable amount of power and aggression, and I think it's going to be down to how well Kyle can control Rusev.
See, that sounds like you're dodging the question. Who you think's gonna win?
No, I'm doing my job as a commentator and being analytical.
Ah, well. Okay, as the person being asked the question, what is your answer?
Like I said, I want to say I think Kyle can keep that control, but it's really hard to call, honestly.
Fair enough. We'll put you down as Kyle O'Reilly. We'll put you down there officially.
Like,
As he gets suplexed the living hell out of.
yeah, it's like I said, it's very much one of those, you know, Rusev's got such great power and such great strength, but he can be wore down, and I think it just requires Kyle to catch the right hold at the right time to win, and just keep working away at Rusev. And I think it's one of those where the longer the match goes, the more it is in Kyle's favor.
There's only one way to find out. Rusev now going for the pinfall.
Only getting a 1 count.
Most definitely. Bit early, scheme of things.
And Kyle powering through a kick, only to beat the entire body of Rusev. Get dodges it that time. Flurry of strikes from Kyle. Now Kyle showing some of his aggression, putting the boots. And a running one at that. Wearing away at Rusev. Thought he was going for a cover. Instead, he goes for an armbar. And grabs the leg as well. It's the 2-for-1.
Dude, locking it in. Rusev gets out, though.
Yeah, Rusev managing to power out, but saw him favoring the arm as he came out from that. Machka kick misses. Forearm to the back of the neck. Brainbuster straight into the cover, but I think in the ropes. Kyle now getting the guillotine in, getting the hooks in.
Yeah, strapping it in.
Rusev's down on the mat, struggling, trying to get free of the hold, trying to use that power, trying to use that base.
And seems to have let go.
Yeah, maybe you're thinking it's not the best hold to go for, not in the best position with Rusev. If Rusev able to plant those feet, he could have gotten offense out of that.
Perhaps I think it might come back to bite him, though.
Time
You
will
know,
tell.
if you think you can go for the victory, you should just go with it. You know what I mean?
Rolling forearm.
Goes with the knee drop straight to the crown.
Another knee to the skull. Stomping on the legs as well. This is what I was saying about just wearing down Rusev.
Yeah, this is where he does become quite a formidable force. You can see. Wear down. Rusev seems to be staying calm, not too confused, not too worn down.
Kyle putting more damage on that arm, it seems. Holding their armbar on the outside, using the count.
Yes, think he's possibly aware of the accolade.
Yeah, definitely harder to lock in if you're one of your arms isn't functioning at full capacity.
Yeah, you've got to just think, how do I counter a guy who's also good at submissions? No, the answer is just wear down the limbs that use the most for him, and just go from there.
That might be the other reason why he swapped off for the guillotine. Maybe thinking of working the arm instead.
How's a very good option. The accolade does require Rusev to pretty much yank your skull out of place.
Yeah,
Goes with the cross arm bar.
Once again, gets that 2-for-1 with the leg as well. Yeah, Rusev tapping. Kyle working the arm. Strategy paying off.
The sound guy might get fired. I'm hearing undisputed error.
Yeah, that is a good point actually.
Yes, that was not planned. The sound guy apparently not doing crash hot this evening.
It's a bad start for the
Well, first he plays the complete wrong song, now he's doing it again.
it's a bad start again this week for the sound guy.
He's doing worse than me, and I'm the bloody ill one. Jesus. Maybe he thought Adam Cole was in the ring. I don't know.
Well, we will see Adam Cole later, facing up against Cesaro. For now, 2 more points for Kyle. Now ties the two of them at 4. It's always good to have the tiebreaker. Excellent showing there from Kyle O'Reilly. We continue on with our lower end of the points side of things. More 4s and 2s. With Ember Moon kind of been bouncing a lot, I think, throughout this tournament. Actually, no, lost twice and then won last week, so maybe finally getting some momentum behind her this week.
I mean, you gotta think she has the ability to pull through a victory this evening. One of the most decorated athletes in terms of just pure athleticism in the tournament. And not only that, the first ever member of the roster to win both the NXT Women's and NXT Women's Tag Championships. So she has the pedigree. to win, I think.
It's worth mentioning her 2 losses are to forerunners, so. And she did just pick up a win against Paige. Was running the tournament at first for the first few weeks. So this we might be seeing the turning point for Ember Moon's luck.
Indeed, but to do that, she's gonna have to go through the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snooker, Tamina.
Yeah, Tamina getting a point, also managing to get points in the first round and not having any luck since.
You know, there's an argument about being outclassed, but Tamina brings the strength like nobody else.
And again, all of her losses have been to some of the 6th woman at the top.
Which is not a good place to be, admittedly. You know, you don't want to lose the order in case you do get up to the high end of the bracket. Both these women do have a mountain to climb, but I have faith both can do it.
Both have the potential still as we get into the later stages of the tournament.
I believe these are also your picks, now that I think about it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I just double checked. I know I didn't draft Tamina.
As the Tamina train now women's tag champion Tamina.
After how many years on the roster?
Too many.
Uh-huh. Very slow moving train there.
It's a real shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so slow moving. I've walked past it about 20 times and it's still not pulled out the station.
Ember Moon, a fantastic talent, tag champion in her own right, not currently, due to weird serial killer love story angle shenanigans.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Saida suplex. Or this is one of the occasions I don't mind calling it a doomsday suplex.
That is perfectly fine. We're getting into the cross mood. But if we're talking about decorated female athletes, let's not mistake what Ember Moon did on the independent circuit, shall we?
Yeah, as much as we refer to Tamina as a veteran, Ember having plenty of time to hone her craft herself.
Absolutely. She's competed against some of the best in the world, and quite frankly, you gotta think that experience may come in handy here. Miss Tamina challenges the energy of her father.
That's 2 very, very well experienced wrestlers here.
But again, my money is on Ember.
Ember has the momentum, has the win from last week to hopefully, be the kickstart to a comeback of sorts. Again, both women won in their first match at the tournament, then had a couple weeks of loss, and then last week is the only difference where Tamina continued losing, where Ember got a win. So as far as momentum goes, Ember has the advantage here.
That is true, but it is all to play for, so to speak.
The Mongolian chops into the fireman's carry. A Samoan drop. Ember just powering through it, hits a Hurricane Rana. And drops the knee into Tamina's face.
To the top rope. You know what Ember Moon does on the top rope?
Yes, motioning, waiting for Tamina to get up. Hits a Meteora instead. Habs thought Tamina wasn't in the right place to hit the Eclipse.
Made a 2 count from the Meteora.
Handspring clothesline misses again. She's going for that move, and I feel like it's mostly been to a detriment throughout the tournament.
I think it's more so a case of people just learning
Yeah, people.
the tells of it. You know what I mean?
That's like, as much as the handspring gives you more momentum, gives more damage to the hit, it also, lets the person know something's coming.
It's a catch-22, but when it hits, it's effective at the very least.
Look in the neck now. Of course. Eclipse does deal damage to the neck. Tamina up and out of the way of the elbow. Small package now.
Mina powering up. Powerbomb connects.
Now Tamina up to the top. Might be looking for the Superfly splash.
Absolutely knees up.
Not a good time for Tamina.
Absolutely not.
Managing to regain the momentum, throwing Ember to the outside. Showing
Well,
a lot.
there is something to be said about Tongan resilience.
Another Samoan drop.
On the concrete this time, no less.
Yeah, as mentioned before, there is padding, but it is thin padding.
Yes, it is still a concrete floor, make no exceptions. Up to the 6 count, remember, they have a 20 count. Hesitant to utilize a 20 count, though.
Yes, I still think like 8 is the highest count we've had. So
Sounds about right.
no one really making use of that leniency yet. Now up to the top.
Some people just don't want it, you know what I mean?
I don't know, you have a lot of people not used to it. Ember now hits the Eclipse. Straight into the cover.
Yes, right on the jaw. And right on the money for the victory.
Ember starting to build momentum now. That's 2 wins in a row for Ember.
Ember start. Go ahead.
And this could really be the turning point in Ember's tournament journey.
Absolutely, she's finally picking up that momentum and keeping it consistently, no less. In a good spot, really.
Yeah, good spot for starting to get points. Is now tied with the leaders, although likelihood is by the end of the night that won't be the case. In fact, guaranteed, because 2 of them are facing each other. So even if it's only by 1 point, she won't be in the lead by the end of the night.
As I say, it's not how long you're in the lead, it's the fact that you are in the lead. It's keeping up, it's maintaining that morale of just being the top dog, and it can do wonders.
Yes, and you need to start breaking, start getting some wins over people higher up in the card, start breaking some of these ties. But that is weeks to come. For now, Ember with 2 points.
Congratulations, Ember Moon.
This is unfortunately to say our last match with the on the purely lower end of the spectrum. Every other match has someone near the top. And
Yes.
Paige has had a real fall from grace over the last 2 weeks. She was undefeated in the first 2 rounds and then has now gone 2 losses. So looking to pull the momentum back.
You can't always be in a good place, you know. You can't expect to always be the top dog. You've got to maintain that position in your head. And I think maybe it's just slipped a little bit for Paige. But I mean, I have no doubt she'll recover. Absolutely none.
And that is still a better run than Alexa Bliss has had, much to the shock of many people. Alexa Bliss only having one win so far, being in the third round. That win coming against Lacey Evans.
Well, it must be said, she is pretty much the front runner in the middle of the pack. She is gathering momentum.
I mean, she's down. To be fair, she has the tiebreakers at the bottom, as she has beaten Tamina and Lacey, who are two of the other people in the only having 2 points part of the bracket. Don't think she's faced Natalya yet.
Sometimes it's all that matters.
So no, she lost. Actually, no, she lost to Tamina, didn't she? She lost to Tamina in the first round. She got knocked out by Tamina in the first round. That's Tamina's one win. So Alexa not doing the best. And it's fair to say that people were expecting a lot more out of Alexa in this tournament, and she has not been doing well. Alexa Bliss and Asuka very much the same, of high hopes, but no real momentum being picked up.
That's technically true, but you know, there's still time.
Yeah, so like I mentioned Asuka, and Asuka is now, after losing for so long, on at least a 2-match winning streak.
Yes, that's just goes to show, don't ever write anyone out in this tournament. It only takes 1 week to really recover and just get to first place. Or at least into a preferable position.
Neither woman in this match having too much luck though so far this tournament. Like Paige again, as I said, got those 2 wins and has been on a losing streak. And Alexa only managing to get 1 win, and that wasn't even last week. That was 2 rounds ago.
I know it's not looking good for Paige, but you know, she has proven that she has the ability to take top spot. So, you know, there's no telling when she'll do it again, or even if she'll do it again. But you have to think she's trying her best to get there.
Like Paige 100% can turn this around still. Having 4 points is nothing to scoff at. Like, and yeah, like Alexa Bliss isn't mathematically out of it yet.
No, she still very much has a chance going forward. She just has to continue mounting up that momentum. That is the key thing here. Let's go to the counter. Again, there's elbows.
Paige.
So I think the last time they would have had Paige versus Bliss, it would have likely been when Bliss was a school cheerleader type of person. You know, really bubbly. This might be a completely new Bliss to Paige.
It's been a long time. Ooh, Rampage. No, Page Turner. I remember
I'll
which
say.
one's which.
About to say the Rampage is the DDT.
I remember which one's which. My
Aha.
words get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I
my
believe you.
knowledge, it's my ability to speak.
Aha. Which seems kind of important, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. Now setting up for the
Now
Rampage.
it'll be the Rampage. There you go. See, commentator's curse only happens once a match.
Goes for the cover.
Only a 2 count.
Yeah, Bliss just able to get out the back there.
As I said, there's the one a match.
That seems to have only angered Paige.
Can you blame her?
Yeah, can't imagine having an opponent kick out your finisher is a good feeling.
You know, especially when it's the Rampage of all things.
Well, she has had to do more than a few of them before. Again, had that really long match with Natalya in the first round.
Yes, that is true.
With a bit of insult to injury from Alexa Bliss into the cover.
Still a really good name for the move. Only a 2 count.
Yeah, that's actually decent, right? Like naming from the WWE writing team there.
Yeah, that's very uncommon, but it does happen.
Kick to the midsection. Might be looking for that. Yep, that Fisherman Buster again.
She's pulled it out in the last few weeks.
That is what got her the win in the third round.
Won't be doing it for this round, it seems. Only a 2 count.
Both women cooking out of each other's finishes now. Clothesline counted.
Close into the shotgun.
Paige not out of it yet.
Yes, Paige and Bliss both trying to fight their way through. Suplex applied there.
Looks for a submission. Gets a cloverleaf in. Keeps low on it. Some extra torque on the back.
Pulling the legs. Not enough to put Bliss out. Punch to the face for the troubles.
Bliss now working the arm. We're trying to take away some of Paige's offense.
Using the ropes.
Only getting a 1 from it.
Yeah, dirty pins have not been very successful so far.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the times using the ropes ends up to your detriment.
Yeah, we see a lot of 1 count from the ropes. The classic mentality is it's meant to make it tougher because you're locking in.
Rampage.
Not enough Rampage there, as you were saying. Could be it.
No, still.
Only a 2.
Still not enough.
The Rampage not successful.
2 clotheslines and a single leg drop kick, building some momentum. It's Paige looking for that cloverleaf again.
Yeah, it's a classic technique. And it works.
Yeah, Bliss tapping out. We've mentioned how submissions seem to be the go-to and like the key to victory in this tournament. And Paige, seeing how many times she has to hit her finishes so far in the tournament to get anywhere, like I understand why she would have adopted a submission. It has been the meta.
Absolutely, we've seen the sharpshooter, for instance, carry victories both the male and female side of the bracket.
Yes, and the anchor and the Koji clutch, like all of these things have been like all these people pulling out submissions and getting victories from them. Like it has proven very effective.
Yes, it's been a pretty consistent strategy. A lot of people kind of just hoping to apply submissions in the late game to try to score a victory. It does appear that it has worked for Paige this evening. The question is, can Paige maintain the momentum?
Yes. Oh, like I said, she had a 2-match streak. She had a 2-match loss streak. Now she's back in the winning side, so only time will tell how that continues on.
Absolutely. But I guess for now we can let her celebrate. Getting back to the top. Congratulations to Paige. Well, that music can only mean one thing. It is the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. Coming down to the ring.
Yes, this match has some interesting points things behind it. Kevin Owens near the top, in that 6 point second place section, but coming off of his first loss of the tournament. And Andrade down at the bottom with only 2 points, just getting those 2 points last week. So we are person getting his first loss of the tournament versus person getting his first win of the tournament.
Yes, and let it just be said, Kevin Owens has done an impressive job week after week, putting away nearly every opponent.
Yes, it is worth saying that he is fallen. That loss was to Cesaro, who is also up in the 6 points. So
Yes.
nothing to scoff at there.
Speaking of losing, it makes me sad to say this, but Andrade is again at the lower end of the bracket.
Yes, only last week just getting his first win. But as far as momentum goes, that does put Andrade having the momentum bias for this match.
That is true, but let's not write out Kevin Owens' momentum. Owens can generate momentum out of nowhere.
Yes,
There's a reason he's the prize fighter, after all.
Owens does have overall tournament momentum, but as far as recent momentum, Andrade is the favored. So it's going to be very interesting how this match goes. This could be the beginning of a losing streak for Owens and the beginning of a winning streak for Andrade, or could bring into question Andrade's chances of winning of even being in the standings of the tournament. As Andrade's win was over the only person not to get a win yet in the tournament.
Don't rub that into Bobby Roode's face. He tried his best, okay?
Yes, and later on we will get the currently yet to get a win Bobby Roode going up against the currently yet to get a loss Aleister Black.
Yes, rub it in. The fact that Roode is the underdog, it's fine. I believe in my picks.
I am happy for you.
Yes, that sounds really stupid given the situation, but no, I believe Roode could win.
Well, Roode might not be able to win the tournament, but he might be able to upset the Forerunner. That is later tonight.
And isn't that the only victory you need?
Yes, as much as you may be out mathematically out of winning, but it doesn't make you useless. And Owens immediately going for a hammerlock move of his own.
Well, Owens is Mr. Break the Fourth Wall.
Yes, it does have a very good understanding of wrestling tropes.
He's formidable in every single avenue.
Kenny taking a drop there. Getting in the way.
Speaking of wrestling tropes.
Rare misstep there from our maroon-shoes referee, Kenny.
Yes, not to be confused with any other shoes. Just want to confirm.
They're definitely maroon and not red.
Yes. Very distinctly maroon. And he, in fact, does not like red shoes. Apparently, he finds them uncomfortable. Who would know?
Kevin Owens taking things to the outside. Another one of the people in the tournament with a familiarity with a 20 count. Not that he's going to use it. Well, not to say that he's going to use it. He might. I don't know.
Owens might. He's the type of guy that would capitalize. Andrade might be used to a 20 count as well. He used to be a former New Japan Pro Wrestling Intercontinental Champion.
Yes, only a 5 count on the outside.
Okay, I can be wrong sometimes too, I admit it.
I mean, being used to the 20 count hasn't given anyone else more of a drive to use it, so.
Which is very unusual, but I guess it is harder to get a count out via it.
Yeah, maybe like this is the other benefit of having a 20 count is less likely to have count out victories, and I think that again very good, more honor in the tournament. I believe the plans for the next tournament don't have that 20 count, and we may see count outs.
Especially then involving Matt Hardy and Scorpion.
Yes, if that team does make a return.
Top rope cannonball senton.
Yeah, some of that athleticism we don't often see. Like we see some of, but not so much from the top rope of Kevin Owens, unless it's a frog splash.
You know, Kevin's trying to diversify technique here. Not a bad strategy. Gets
Yeah, nothing wrong with
little push troubles.
making yourself less predictable.
No, that's many good things that come from that.
Like it's all well and good watching tape until the person starts pulling out stuff they don't often do.
That is the trick, you know. It's just find a way to just surprise the opponent. You can give you the edge, the mental game
And
they can give you.
I think it's worth mentioning Kevin Owens has been doing a lot of work to the arms of Andrade in this match, and that is going to make it difficult to lock in the Hammerlock DDT.
Well, that is in Owens' MO. You know, this is the guy who, when he saw Matt Riddle, decided to elbow his bare feet.
Yeah, again, Owens, very good at understanding wrestling tropes, very smart of a wrestler. Like, he doesn't need to, hit you hard. He just hits you in the right places.
Yes, he's a very talented individual. He's no nonsense. I'll be full nonsense, which is a talent itself. Pinfall by Owens.
Yeah, he's the benefit of understanding wrestling tropes means you can go full comedy and also still be no nonsense.
Yes.
Andrade
We have yet.
catching the kick.
That being said, we've yet to see him pull out a Falcon's arrow. Just
Single leg.
saying.
Yeah, because he knows that Falcon arrows don't win. That is the wrestling trope.
But they do win. It's been proven.
Just
I know at least one person with a
just
Falcon
because
arrow finisher.
Sheeta won it
No,
one.
someone else did. I'm not kidding you. Someone else has it as a finisher. I researched this. I double checked.
Rebound out of the off the turnbuckle into a German suplex from Owens. Andrade now gets Owens up. It's a face buster of sorts.
Looks like he's going for it.
Hucks it up.
By going for it, I meant nailed it. Hammerlock DDT.
And
Owens busted.
Again, busts the opponent open. But
I think he's been trying to drive it with more momentum recently.
Yeah, like
maybe frustration showing on the side of Andrade.
I'm pretty sure it busted Bobby open last week as well. Last round,
did.
sorry. Pump handle now. Oh, into a neck breaker. That looked nasty.
Again, this is Owens. He's no nonsense.
He does stuff that other people don't, and it's very good and very brutal.
And very Owensy.
And very effective as Kevin Owens. Managing to pick up from the loss of last week. Get 2 points again, and that is a shame for Andrade.
It is, but you have to just hand it to Owens here. Yeah, Owens is a survivor. He's someone who can endure a lot of pain and just rebound from it.
Managed to
fight
through being busted open from the DDT.
Yeah, that hurts getting busted open. I'm just going to say that from experience. To be able to fight through it and still win, he has my respect.
Like pump handle neck breaker.
He seems very happy with himself. Can
Yeah,
you blame him?
happy to be back in you know, as it stands, as we are here in first place. As much as that might not be the case by the end of the night. Kevin Owens standing tall.
Again, you can't blame him for being happy. Congratulations to you, Kevin Owens.
Well, in more absolute fucking surprises as how their points have gone. Adam Cole, 2 points in the first round. 0, 0, 0.
Don't you gotta, you know, believe the competition has been fierce for Adam. He is experienced, but he's facing a lot of veterans as well in this tournament.
Let's see. Adam Cole beat Chad Gable, then lost
Olympian,
to Kyle O'Reilly.
same amount of expertise, you know. In fact, I think Kyle O'Reilly is the veteran of the two, if I'm not mistaken.
Lost to Rusev.
Okay, maybe not a veteran, but still an impressive athlete.
And then lost to Lio Rush.
Okay, Rush has been around for quite a while. Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly was 3 years a veteran of Adam Cole. Let's just make that clear. Cole debuted in 2008. Riley was 2005.
So you're claiming his lost streak to be on experience.
Leo Rush, less experienced, but let's be real, it's Leo Rush. That man defies his age in wrestling. If that expertise thing comes into effect, you gotta think Antonio Cesaro has a high chance here. You know what I mean?
Yes, Cesaro actually having pretty much the exact opposite story to Adam Cole. Lost in the first round and then has win, win, win. So,
Were you saying win? I just want to confirm.
yes, win.
Win, yes.
1 loss, 3 wins versus 1 win and 3 losses.
He's that. Yeah. True. Gotta love when your brain farts and you're trying to make an explanation.
Cesaro's loss against our undefeated forerunner, Aleister Black. Chad.
Yes, Adam Cole is definitely not the veteran in this matchup. Cesaro's been around the block and back.
Yes, very, very well experienced vetted. It's Cesaro.
But indeed, he is a 21-year-old vet, like 21 years in the business veteran. Which is impressive when you think about it. And you consider his strength and the fact that he's 40.
Yes, 40 in main eventing pay-per-views.
This
And honestly,
guy,
it's a shame it took him this long to main event.
half of his life has been wrestling. A literal over half.
This man is wrestling incarnate. Early and very cocky pin there from Adam Cole.
Go for it when you can. You know what I mean?
Fireman's carry dropping. Cesaro over the top rope.
Cole's going to probably go for some underhanded tactics this match. Not that I'm going to condone him for it, of course.
Yes, we've seen a few of more underhanded tactics from Cole.
If they work, does it matter if it's underhanded? That's what I ask.
I suppose as long as you're not getting DQ'd for it.
Precisely.
1 count off the cover there. I feel like Adam Cole does have the bigger mountain to climb in this match. But
Definitely, but that's not right him out.
yeah, it's in no way impossible. Both men missing their strikes there. Going for it again. Cesaro winning that exchange. Roll up.
Adam Cole being smart here.
Cole reversing the roll up. Cesaro
Into
again.
another pin.
Finally breaking up that pinning combination. Backdrop.
So again, let's just go back to tactic. It was smart for Cole to do so.
Yeah,
To
no.
try catch Cesaro in a surprise.
That like we have seen matches end of just.
What the? Hang on. Hold the phone. What the hell is Matt Hardy? Boy, Molly, what is Matt Hardy doing here?
What is Matt?
What the hell?
What is the broken Matt Hardy doing here?
What is his problem with Adam Cole? Why is he breaking physics?
I mean, it's broken Matt Hardy. That's hardly surprising by this point. Roll up, count it again.
Could be it.
Matt now getting in the ring, and then getting out of the ring. Not sure what Matt's doing.
What the hell? What? Why? Is broken Matt Hardy trying to become the ambassador for the swing? The hell?
Is the Hardy family office trying to recruit Cesaro? It'd certainly be quite the hell of a acquisition.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Private Party would be completely thrilled.
Although I don't think Cesaro would take quite as let Matt Hardy take quite as big of a cut as he takes from Private Party.
Just what the? Just Matt Hardy of all people.
Yeah, standing dropkick, roll up, inside cradle. Only gets a 1.
But why Matt Hardy?
I don't question these things anymore.
I'm questioning these things.
Another vertical drop brainbuster onto the knee. This time the pin being interrupted by being in the ropes. Adam Cole just not getting lucky with that move.
He's trying his best. But can you blame him when a magical manipulating Matt Hardy shows up?
Adam Cole now fixated on the ramp, making sure Matt's not going to come down again.
Blame him? Do you actually blame him for doing so?
Adam Cole has been definitely thrown off of his game from that.
He's not the only one.
I can tell.
I'm confused as shit.
Cesaro clothesline to the back of Adam Cole. Adam Cole now fighting back.
Matt Hardy of all sodding people.
Collar elbow. Cesaro pushing him back. Running STO. And
okay. What?
What?
Which member?
Who's
turn around? Cesaro, I turn around. I think we're about to find out.
Is someone actually siding with Adam Cole? Wait, it's Kyle!
Really? That's when Aaron's back, baby.
What the hell is going on?
Aaron's back. Holy hell!
Hold on.
What a reunion! What a reunion!
Kyle does have Cesaro in 2 rounds.
Holy hell!
This could just be Cesaro, Kyle O'Reilly thinking a few steps ahead.
No.
I don't believe Kyle after everything Adam Cole has done. After everything Adam Cole has done.
Kyle's going to the corner. I think you might want to start believing. Panama Sunrise.
Is this
I think he is. I think Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are back together.
No,
I think they are.
I think this is head games from Kyle.
Look, no, Kyle's literally dressed in his old Undisputed Era gear. He's not even in his Kyle O'Reilly.
I honestly, I still don't believe it.
I think you might want to.
I cannot.
I think you might want to start believing it.
Like, I much rather believe that this is Kyle O'Reilly pulling mind games for his ascent to the top.
Well, you might want to stop believing that. They seem very much together. I think the Undisputed Era's back. They seem on good terms.
I'm not sure.
They don't look that hostile anymore.
Yeah, but this again, it's just could be for either one's benefit.
That's
Like,
congratulations, Undisputed Era.
congratulations, Adam Cole.
Close enough.
Natalya's had an interesting go over to the tournament. As much as, you know, she is kind of the more predominant user of the sharpshooter, she has only gotten one win with it. And you got to think if she does manage to lock it in, she's probably going to win. But she's just not been able to get it in. Not really been able to really cinch it in and sit down on it.
Yeah, well, for Cesaro, it is kind of like a surprise technique. Like, yes, he has it, but he doesn't always pull it out. So you can't always expect it. But it's Natalya's go-to. You know, she telegraphs it a hell of a lot more than Cesaro does.
I suppose, but again, like, with how good submissions have been in this tournament, you think she'd be having a better look of it.
Perhaps, but, you know, maybe she just wants to go around it a different way.
I'm gonna say that Bayley has been really paying dividends in this tournament. She had the surprise showing, you know, the first time that got Sasha a win. She pulled the ref out and saved that match that got Sasha the win. Like, Bayley has been putting in the work for Sasha in this tournament.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't think Sasha would ever pick someone in the corner who didn't pay off. That doesn't sound like a very Sasha move.
Yeah, especially with like the conflict Sasha and Bayley have had. I think, yeah, if Bayley wasn't paying dividends, she wouldn't be there still.
I think even if it's not even physical dividends, it's the having the person in the corner mentality, you know? It's having that support that can get you through a tournament.
Well, you say that a lot of the other people with seconds haven't had nearly as much luck. Like, and I think Bayley's been putting more of the work in for it. Like,
That is true, but remember, Sasha and Bayley are best friends. Look at Andrade. Zelina's also a business cohort.
okay,
And anything else.
Okay, what about the Iconics?
To be honest, they're kind of also business cohorts these days.
Like,
you know, they came together kind of just only one of us got through kind of mentality. And sure, they're best friends, but Billy has had some bad matchups. Let's be real.
also, can we still call Bayley and Sasha best friends? Like, after what they've been through?
I imagine, you know, there's hardships to friendship. You know, there's peaks and turns, as they say.
Sasha now into the pin.
I think Sasha would probably refer to Bayley that way, perhaps. No, Sasha seems to be more in the driving seat of the friendship than Bayley these days.
Although Bayley did make the initial like push for it, coming out to help Sasha a few rounds ago.
That is true, but remember, Sasha joined Bayley last time their friendship broke apart. So maybe it was just the dynamic of who was in charge doing it.
Natalya.
Headbutted straight into the turnbuckle.
Yeah,
Oof.
Natalya going corner to corner, but Sasha out of the way, and did not go well for Natalya at all.
You know, this is Banks' time to be the front runner of the tournament. She could tie points with Group A's Beth Phoenix and Dakota Kai with this.
Yeah, this win would pull her ahead, if not only for one match.
Yeah,
It would.
Natalya could also just do with the points to try and catch up, you know?
Yeah.
Only the victory against Bliss, who's not exactly a forerunner.
Squat plex from Natalya.
Especially after losing to Paige earlier this evening.
Yeah, so Alexa's having a real bad time of it in this tournament.
In fact, this will be the last time we can say this. Currently, there's only 2 different points totals in the women's division. 6 and 2. Banks, Morgan, Moon, Sane, Lita, and Paige all stand at 6. And Natalya, Tamina, Bliss, and Evans all are at 2.
Yeah, that will no longer be the case by the end of tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's guaranteed that Sasha will either be on 6 or 8 or 7.
Yes, this could go to a draw. We do know Talia has had long matches in the tournament already.
I believe the longest match in the tournament against Paige, if I'm not mistaken.
At least the longest match on the women's side. Of course, there was the Daniel Bryan match from a few weeks ago that went very long. Bailey there, smart move, playing with the turnbuckle, not to take the turnbuckle off, but just to distract the ref.
However,
Yeah,
that might come to haunt.
no, Sasha not letting it get cinched in all the way, and that's the thing. She keeps trying to get it on and always gets just pimped off. Bankrupt
But
countered.
in
Armbar locked in.
tries to throw a chair at Natalya.
Yeah, like I said, Bailey, more than anyone in this tournament, as managers go, has been getting involved.
I'm going to swear that was a 3 myself.
That looked like a 3 to me, but
That definitely, I heard the mat get slapped.
Kenny calling it off.
I heard that hand connect.
Sometimes the hand connects, but it still doesn't register a 3 because it's a kick out. Kenny now removing the follower and aura project.
Yes, the foreign object indeed. Getting rid of the sealed chair.
Bulldog from Banks. Clothesline. Clothesline.
Into a drop kick. With the single leg.
Looks for it again. Bankrupt
Bank
connects.
I always accuse of the bank statement.
Yeah, bankrupt being enough.
The disrespect from Banks. Just see her laughing at Natalya.
It's that early cover. A natty by nature. And there you can
Yes,
see in the background Bailey being the distraction, giving Sasha the recovery time. Which means when Natalya went to put the sharpshooter in, Sasha had the wherewithal to be able to get out of it immediately.
Yes, the Natty by Nature discus clothesline, very efficient. A lot of momentum behind the swing.
Yeah, just a lot of concussive
We
force.
thought it again looked like the hand connected.
Yeah, like that looked like a 3, but referee's call is final. Kenny not accepting I guess thought Sasha's shoulder was. It was really hard to tell from our vantage point.
That's gonna be an investigation, I imagine.
Yeah, gotta look into that closer. But
yeah, you gotta think Natalya's not happy with that.
No, I don't think Natalya is gonna be happy with Kenny at all after that one. But regardless, the points go to Sasha Banks.
Well, the Southern Belle has not been doing as well as I imagined she'd hope.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Again, as I was saying, before Sasha Banks won, people were either on 6 points or 2 points, and Evans is, sadly, due to the win-loss pattern, at the bottom of Group B.
Yes,
Won first week.
Lacey won first week against, to be fair, forerunner Liv Morgan, but
Yeah, but
but
you say
has
that.
but has also lost to Alexa Bliss. So
Aha. You say this, but Liv is currently in a 6-way tie. Well, it was in a 6-way tie, I should say.
yes, if by some miracle it ends up coming down to Lacey and Liv in the end, then Lacey wins, but
That's
that's looking more and
so-
more unlikely.
it's something Kairi Sane might not be wanting to happen.
Yes, Kairi having quite the tournament so far.
Yes.
Losing in the first week and then streaking the rest.
To be fair, she is a phenomenal athlete. One of the best practitioners of the Joshi style. And you gotta think, if it came down to it, she'd probably be able to use that wheel to score a knockout. Like, I'm not saying Kairi would.
I don't think she would.
But it's something to consider.
Not to mention, this is not a hardcore tournament.
Or maybe I would just cheat and use the wheel and knock someone out. I don't know.
I feel like you'd get DQ'd.
I feel like I'd end up like Samoa Joe did in the TNA tournaments. But with more willingness. Which might be the problem. Now I think about it. That's why I'm not competing.
That's why you're not competing.
Yes, many other reasons, but that's the main one.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Totally. Gem suplex there by Kairi.
It's leg, forearm. Get caught. Kairi sent rebounding off the turnbuckles.
Yes, I think Lacey has to adopt a new sense of animosity towards her opponent this evening.
I mean, we have been seeing Lacey getting steadily more aggressive as the tournament has progressed.
That cannot be denied, but I think she's going to have to step it up even more. You know, we're at the halfway point. She needs to start picking up victories.
Yes, a lot. Like after this, we get to start talking about people. Like after this round, we will be starting to talk about people not being like mathematically in it. Cough, cough. Bobby Roode. Cough, cough.
Okay, look, Bobby Roode's going to win tonight. I promise you.
There's a nasty landing to the outside there from Lacey, bouncing off the apron.
Bobby Roode is the Cinderella story, okay? It's going to happen.
Okay.
Yes. Did I convince you?
Not really. Gotta be honest.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, that'll be your semi-main event this evening.
Again, it was worth a shot. Okay, same with another German. Very suplex-oriented offense this evening from the captain of the skies.
Now setting up for some of her signature offense. The sliding D connects. As I was saying, the semi-main event tonight, the top versus the bottom of the men's side, and your main event tonight, the last two of the Forerunners on the women's side squaring off.
This insane elbow misses the mark.
Crunchy from Lacey Evans.
I still call it the Casbuster. Holy heck!
Yeah, was it last week we had this conversation where that move has like half a dozen names?
Look, you can't blame me for first seeing it with Frankie Kazarian, okay?
Spear connects.
No, it's like seeing the Canadian Destroyer and thinking P.T. Williams.
Is it though?
Oh yeah, he is the inventor of the move.
He is, but wait, hold on. What is that?
Nuts! We just saw a disqualification. Why?
Lacey Evans thought she had like
Wait. You don't think Lacey and Sasha? Because this only gives 1 point, doesn't it?
no, DQ's still 2 points.
Right, I thought it was 1. I was like, that would have made sense,
No,
right?
one's only with ties, so
It would have made sense if it was only 1. Because then Sasha might have persuaded Lacey
I mean,
to reduce Kairi's shot?
maybe
No.
I don't know, maybe Lacey just thought she had like
Lacey just sick of it, maybe.
thought Kenny wouldn't just immediately throw that out, or thought Kenny wasn't paying enough attention, but
That's the first DQ of the tournament.
that's the only DQ we've had. Kenny catching those knocks, not like vigilant comment, we don't like the ref. Like no one likes to see the ref call the match like that, but
the right call.
Yeah, you catch someone using an illegal object, you're gonna throw it out, and Kairi gets the points as much for as far as the tournament goes, but yeah,
We're disappointed, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Lacey Evans throwing those points away.
That just seems like such a bizarre move. Well, I think we're still a little baffled by Lacey Evans' decision there. But the show must go on, I guess.
As Chad Gable on a 2-match winning streak, looking to keep that going against one of the forerunners of the tournament.
Not a terrible, having his own right, a former Olympian.
Now, I know you were like before the last couple of weeks, you were starting to get worried about Chad Gable.
That's a generous wording.
But
very generous wording.
I don't think this man has the same issue.
I have been on the Rush train for a while. I think a lot of men have been, because let's be real, Rush is frankly ridiculous. For his age and knowledge of the business, he is one of the best to come out of it.
Fantastic talent is Lio Rush.
Yeah, some would call him cocky, but as I always say, it's only cocky if you can't back it up.
Yes, at the end of this match, either Chad will be tied with Lio and Cesaro, or Lio will be tied with Aleister for the moment and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that might be all he needs.
Well, we mentioned some of the ties, and Owens does already have a tiebreaker over Lio, so it's not quite all he needs.
I mean, I still love this theme. I miss hearing it on a near weekly basis. Yeah, there's that cockiness.
Yeah, it's the rash confidence of Lio Rush.
Leo taking it from the behind, go for the technical wrestling standpoint against Gable. Interesting call.
We just
Showing he can hold his own.
just trying to just psych Gable out somewhat. Just showing him, yeah, I can play your game too.
That's the thing. Leo can make everything look good. And I think that's what we were seeing. As the arm, the leg.
Like we've seen this out of some of the best wrestlers, the most confident wrestlers. Like, yes, they can absolutely destroy you in their own style, but they will just try and fight you in your own style just to prove a point. Like, we know Kota Ibushi also has that trait within him, and I think Kota Ibushi's a very good person to be compared to.
Yes, I'm now just being reminded both are in New Japan right now.
Yes,
Actually.
as much as
New Japan, please book it.
Yeah, Leo is currently more New Japan strong. When the world opens a bit more, maybe we will see that championship match sometime. And yes, I said championship match.
And yes, I'm also calling for Leo Rush versus Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler is my boy.
Can we make that a Bloodsport match, please?
Why do you want Lawler in a fucking Bloodsport match?
He's done the Bloodsport shows.
I know he has, but spoilers, he's a former MMA fighter. What are you expecting?
Exactly. That's why.
Snap suplex caught the legs of Rush in the ropes.
Actually heard the ref calling rope break that time.
What matters, into the stun gun. The former finisher of one Stone Cold Steve Austin.
A long ass time ago.
Very long time ago. An ECW time ago.
Leo Rush now in the corner. Smash avoided.
Leo looking to capitalize. Rush in the corner. Beautiful body splash. I think he's trying to go for it.
He's up at the top.
I think it's the man of the hour.
Distance, and Gable gets the knees up.
Credit for making the distance, though.
Yeah, impressive distance, but Gable managing to counter.
Well, Rush is bringing out his bag of Kurt Angleisms, I'd say.
And now it's Rush with the knees up. Both man.
That's how you go back and forth.
Yeah, both men countering each other's aerial offense.
I mean, what were you expecting? Rush is an expert at aerial. He's got another counter.
Only getting 3 punches in before Gable's managed to get a Rush off.
Gable has the strength game, but let's not deny Rush's athleticism and speed.
Sends Leo off the ropes. Hits a picture-perfect dropkick.
You know, Leo is a man of agility. Gable might want to start finding ways to reduce the agility. Gets elbowed for his troubles.
Like, you'd think it'd benefit Gable in the ropes from that butterfly suplex. But yeah, you'd think it'd benefit Gable to try and keep this grounded against Leo, but maybe Leo got into his head with that earlier stuff. But
anything you can do, I can do. Better mentality.
Gable showing that he can fly as well, actually managing to land the moonsault this time.
Going for a shin breaker of sorts.
Yeah, stomp to the legs.
Gable with the victory.
Yeah.
Ha!
Gable keeping his hot streak alive.
Ah.
That's now a 3-match win streak.
That's a move of choice. An unorthodox move to win the match with.
Yeah, a moonsault to win them. Leg breaker to just keep the legs flat. You see it a lot. Like, there's a reason why we call it kicking out. It's because a lot of the time it's the legs pulling the momentum. So doing a bit more damage to the legs before going to the pin isn't terrible strategy.
Gable's trying to pull himself up towards the top, it seems.
Yeah, as I mentioned, he is now tied with Rush and with Cesaro.
Not bad considering I worried about him for the entire beginning of the competition.
Yeah, he's really starting to build momentum again now. Is Chad Gable.
He's a dark horse for a reason. Well, we talk about front runners. And Group B's front runner about to make his way to the ring.
As we've been talking about it throughout the night, your semi-main event with what is definitely the biggest point differential, I think, of any match of the tournament.
So far.
Of 8-0.
So far.
I was gonna say it's hard to top, but I don't know who else Bobby Roode has to fight in this tournament. And
Let me check. Bobby Roode, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Leo Rush, Bobby Roode, Cesaro.
if
Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens potentially, yeah. If
Yeah, potentially.
If Chad Gable keeps his momentum up, that will be bigger.
Yeah, remember
This is also still applying that Bobby Roode is not going to win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Roode faces Kevin Owens next week.
Yeah, he faces Adam Cole after that. Chad Gable after that. Like, this is a lot of people that are building momentum right now, so
Look,
things are not looking good for Bobby Roode.
Look, we can write him off as much as you want, but it's Bobby Roode. He's a phenomenal athlete.
He is, but he's been getting terrible luck in this tournament.
Yes, look, that's the only thing he's had. Terrible luck, yes. I agree, yes.
But the Pact here looking to continue their momentum. They look to meet each other in the final.
But hear me out. What if? What if Roode wins? I'm not saying he'll win the tournament. Let's not go that far. But what if he beats Aleister Black?
Well, if he beats Aleister Black, it would remain a tie for first. But it would remain a tie for first against the person Bobby Roode will be fighting next round. So
It has interesting ramifications.
Yes, there's like this is why it's so late. There is a lot of ramifications here. It doesn't look good for Bobby.
Hear that crowd.
I love Bobby Roode as well. It's not been his tournament.
Interesting thing of note, though, this will be these two men's first singles competition. They've only ever fought in tag teams or the Royal Rumble. And I made doubly sure to check that before we began. First match 2017, Rude and Almas beating Black and Oh No. It's been mixed ever since, typically on the house show circuit. They have faced off in tag team matches on pay-per-view. Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, as well as Aleister Black and Ricochet losing to the team formerly known as the Revival.
Yes, formerly the Revival, a impressive tag team. But we go tonight. Aleister Black versus Bobby Roode. Aleister Black looking to continue his momentum, stay undefeated.
Beautiful backbreaker there by Bobby.
Currently, the only thing standing in the way of the Pact getting what they want, getting that match in the finals, is Daniel Bryan. Because Daniel Bryan has already beaten Drew McIntyre. It's Drew McIntyre's only loss. In fact, it's the only loss of both of the two members of the Pact.
Yes, may I remind you that Bobby Roode is still the longest reigning Impact World Champion in history.
And it's like
More than Drew McIntyre, even.
nothing to sell Bobby Roode short. Bobby Roode is a fantastic athlete,
Absolutely not.
and he's getting some solid offense in so far this match. It's never ended well for him so far this tournament.
Yes, Bobby Roode's had 2 reigns. He's had the longest single reign, 256 days. In fact, only 3 men have ever beaten that in combined reigns, them being Austin Aries, Bobby Lashley, and Kurt Angle. And below that's a hell of a list of competitors. Sting, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Johnny Impact, aka John Morrison, Samoa Joe, Brian Cage, Eli Drake, Eric Young, the list goes on and on. In fact, McIntyre has one of the shortest reigns.
Speaking of which, I have a note here from Eli Drake, telling Dr. Britt Baker to stop stealing his gimmick.
Sorry, you've misread that. That says a different name. That does not say Eli Drake.
I mean,
That says Tucker Knight, actually. But
honestly, it does have LA Knight on it as well. I don't know why he wrote both names like we didn't know. But
I think he kind of realizes that I keep saying Eli Drake when he does the pointing.
Like,
can you blame me? It fits really well.
Yeah,
okay?
No, it's great. Like LA Knight's pretty good as well. But point is, stop the DMD shit. It's gimmick infringement.
I have a note from Kane. Stop pointing out my job.
Oh, I already got a note from Kane about the gimmick infringement as well.
Was it on fire?
It was mildly smoking, yes.
Is MO then? Rue's taking it back to classical offense.
Honestly, I don't know how these people keep finding our ethereal desk.
I mean, Liv Morgan probably sent them the address.
How did Liv Morgan find the ethereal desk?
Well, I don't know, but she was the first to leave a bloody post-it note on it. I need to make this desk so it can't have post-it notes on it. We'll make it too slippy or something.
I mean, it's already ethereal. It's already pretty impressive anything sticks to it.
Well, apparently, post-it notes have transcended the ethereal plane. Which speaks volumes.
Bobby Roode now.
Wait a minute. It's Bobby Glorious!
Yeah, Glorious DDT connects. Floats over.
Floats over. I think foot's in the ropes.
They have a foot in the ropes, so that was an emphatic kick out there from Black.
I hope it was foot in the ropes. It looked like foot in the ropes.
Certainly close to the rope, enough to the ropes where I'd believe it.
Clothesline by Black. Another clothesline.
Catches the boot and trips the leg. Black firing up.
Also random momentum.
Looking for that running knee to the jaw again.
Misses it!
Yeah, Roode had it scouted.
Roode knows his opponent.
He's been watching the tournament.
Gets brain busted for his troubles.
Yeah,
but
snap brain bluster. Shot to the back. Gets Roode up. Roode out the
reverse
back.
DDT drop.
Into the cover.
Roode go for the pin. Come on, Roode, please. Come on, this is your Cinderella story. This is the moment.
Roode now up to the top.
Is that wise with McIntyre there?
McIntyre's not looking to interfere. The elbow drop
Still,
misses.
is it wise? Just in case. You never know when it might snap.
Saito suplex.
There's your once per match.
It's Black with the knee to the spine.
It almost makes a Doomsday suplex look kind of strange when everyone's doing one, huh?
Yeah.
Going for the running V trigger.
Yeah, gets it this time. Goes for the cover.
Come on, Rude, please don't. Come on, Rude. My bias is well known. Let it be known.
Yes, but your bias might be running short.
I have faith. He can still get out of it.
Black Mass connects. That's probably the night for
Come
Bobby
on,
Roode.
please.
Oh, Bobby able at the last possible moment.
Bobby Roode is one of the only men who's kicked out of that.
And Aleister Black is not happy
Rude.
about it.
Where's Rude getting the momentum? Is this some sort of loser's gambit?
Roode knows that this is kind of his last ditch effort.
I think he's putting everything. I think you'll have to kill Rude before Rude loses here, maybe.
This is his
I think that's his mentality.
It's kind of his last chance to be mathematically in a chance with winning it.
If he wins somehow. By the good graces. Yes, rebound off the ropes.
Cabrata connects.
Aleister going for the pin. Only a 2 count.
Dude still holding on. Avoids the kick, gets a few shots in.
Yes, apparently Black was no selling with the punch.
Yeah, striking game is not a good game to play against Aleister Black.
There's some dirty tactics, but it might pay off.
No.
Went for belly to belly, misses.
Yeah, Aleister managing to fight his way out of it.
Sweeps the legs.
This contest has been very back and forth. Both men
Rude's
have so much behind this.
Rude's not let a single bit of momentum pass him by. Taking the opportunity, he's dodging, he's weaving, he's snapmaring.
All this is taking a lot out of these men.
Yeah, Rude knows this is the last gambit. He knows that this affects a lot of things, not just his standing.
As he also stops the momentum of the undefeated.
Goes to the spine buster. 2 count on the spine buster.
Aleister's still not ready to give up. Now Aleister busted open off the stomp.
This is an animalistic Rude. Going back to his old techniques. Glorious DDT.
So the already busted open Black, but again
rope break.
In under the ropes, breaking the boundary, and that's a real bad cut.
That's very bad.
Inverted suplex.
Let this not sell. Bobby Roode, sure, only man to cause this much pain to Black.
Shoulder tackle. Sits Black up.
Bobby's trying to reduce the pace.
Headbutt countered. Pump kick countered.
Misses it, gets one for the troubles.
Exploder suplex.
We're halfway through the contest nearly. Both men not giving up, it seems.
That's the recentering himself there. Not letting frustration get to him, not letting the cut get to him.
But that is a bad cut. I think it's actually 2 cuts. I think there's a smaller one on the right side of his head there.
Yeah, could affect his vision.
Rude, just bringing in that animalistic tendency. Fisherman suplex does not go for the pin. I think he realized the ropes, perhaps.
Yeah, doesn't go for the bridge. Instead, goes to hook the legs.
Perhaps realizing the rope situation, wanting to double check. No wasting energy.
He has been caught out by the ropes twice already this match.
The fact that Bobby Roode is still standing.
Looks for a third.
Glorious DDT!
This time in the center of the ring. That might be it. Oh, Aleister staying in it.
Oh,
And Rude
Rude
can't
is in
believe it.
disbelief.
Every other
Rude,
time it's been the ropes, but that time...
that is a bad. Wait a minute. He's going for it again. Rude's going for the fourth. He's going to nail it. Fourth in a row.
But has Aleister broke the boundary again? No,
No,
Rude
he
pulling
knows
him
his
back
mistake.
in.
Rude splits. Come on, Rude. Come on, Rude. Come on. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, it took way more shots than Rude thought it would.
Oh my God.
But
Aleister is no longer
finally,
undefeated.
the undefeated streak ends. The
Aleister
losing
Black.
streak ends.
Aleister Black has lost to Bobby Roode. And then first ever singles competition.
It was a hard fought battle.
Oh my God, I'm relieved. I knew this man had potential.
Rude made a lot of mistakes, but you saw him learn from it throughout the match. And finally,
he's gonna enjoy it.
finally, Rude is able to keep Black down.
And look at the state of Black. He is covered in crimson.
Gonna probably have to set some stitches
Oh
before the
my
next round.
God. Holy hell, Rude. Going back to the more animalistic style he used in contests against people like James Storm. And it pulled the victory. This is the Rude I was looking for. Congratulations, Bobby. Soak it in.
Well, we come off of the back of the men's side shifting significantly. We have the two last women at the top of the B side fighting it out, and I will remind you, Kairi and Sasha have both won their matches, so this is a high stakes match.
Absolutely. Whoever wins will... Sorry, go ahead.
A draw here only keeps these in second place. They have to win to keep up, and that means that one person will not keep up.
But let's not sell out that draw. There have been upsets this evening. Let us just go back. Last match, Bobby Roode beating the forerunner of the men's side.
Yes, like...
Holy hell.
Bobby Roode, like, keeping himself from being mathematically out of it, but does have to run the gambit and get lucky with how other people's matches go.
As I said, Cinderella story. But for now, Liv Morgan's got to try join the Forerunners. Or stay in the Forerunners, I should say.
Yeah, Liv Morgan, honestly, kind of Cinderella story herself. Like, was not doing well. Lost in the first round. Won the second round. Like, she was bouncing. And no one expected Liv to do as well as she has, but she's gone, 3 matches up, and Lita also 3 matches up.
You know what's also funny? If we go by who drafted who here, this determines which one of us is leading in the female division.
You will have to remind me of the picks overall.
Absolutely. So in the men's side, because we are technically tied, because we both have someone at 8. So I have 2 people at second, you have first, 1 at second, so... Women's wise, I have Kairi, you have Sasha, and in this match, I've got Morgan, you've got Lita.
Yes, so I guess in as far as that side of the storylines go, I am pulling for Lita. But
and I guess I'm pulling for the underdog.
Both have been impressive stories. The returning veteran, the surprising underdog.
I think a lot of people still sell Liv short, though. That's the thing. That's why I chose her for this.
Like, Liv is an impressive athlete, don't get me wrong, but I don't think anyone expected her to do nearly as well as she has done. Especially considering how people like Alexa Bliss have done, being the complete opposite of that.
Tying with Ember Moon is not a bad thing. Let us say that for sure. Or tying with Lita even, at the current moment.
Yes, this is
That should show talent.
this is a match of two people that are fairly decent all-rounders, I think. Both athletic in style overall, but can play most games. I don't think either of them are going to be going to the mat game too much, but
Yeah, neither of these people are Matt Game. If it does go to Matt Game, Liv Morgan more so via just striking and stomping. She does have an affinity to that.
quite likely if Lita tries to put something on, that Liv will be able to fight her way out of it. But I'd be surprised if either of them, as much as again submissions have been very key to this tournament. I don't see either of these women going for submissions at all.
That is true. Both not very well versed. Kip up straight from the clothesline, hits the forearm. This has definitely been one of the more interesting nights of the tournament.
This is the midway point. This is the time to light fires, relight fires, stoke fires. Like
This is the time to not call the fire department.
yeah,
essentially, that's what you're saying.
This is the point where all the momentum really kicks itself into gear. Like all the momentum that gets used. All the momentum that's gonna go on going forward, gets built.
On the lower rope.
Yeah, long distance on that slingshot.
That's when man goes for the
Gets a guillotine in.
Guillotine choke.
Like I said, wasn't expecting much in the way of submissions, but a guillotine applied.
Yeah, very playful guillotine too, going with the little pounce there.
Going for the roll through on it.
Spear countered with a DDT. Shades of Adam Copeland.
Liv looking for her finisher.
Jersey Codebreaker. I remember this time.
Could that be enough?
Hopefully no more post-it notes on the desk. Only a 2.
Yeah, it's not enough to put away Lita.
I want to say, it's a weird name, the Jersey Codebreaker.
I mean, she's from Jersey and it is a codebreaker.
I mean, that's not saying much.
Twist of Fate connects.
Only a 1. Lita's in disbelief. I don't blame her. I think barely connected with the foot, perhaps.
Yeah, it's not the first dive we've seen.
Welcome to commentator's stretch, as we call it. Well, we have to kind of just guess.
Yeah, just hope that people are going well.
Yeah, some contexts aren't clean, and even we can get confused.
Single
like Boston. We both had the same idea there. On the ball.
We know how to call the move.
Yes. One of us better than the other, but we know that move. Liv now looks to be in the driving seat. Was going for the guillotine choke, it looked like. Gets capitalized. Hurricane Rana. Or was it Frankenstein? I always get the two mixed up.
No one knows the difference except for Scott Steiner.
I think the Frankenstein is from Vertical, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks for the twist of fate again. Liv battling out.
Gets the headlock. Goes for a snap suplex. Into the corner with Sarah Logan. That's tactics. Here we go again. Getting the momentum. Jersey Codebreaker.
Is that going to be it?
It could be. It is!
Yeah, Liv continues to stay at the top, and Lita falling out of that position, but is still tied.
Yes, and tied with a hell of a cast of characters. With Ember Moon and Paige, no less. Liv's just been riding this undefeated streak. Same win-loss record as Kairi Sane, in fact.
Some fantastic matches, some big shifts in momentum. We now have one person undefeated in the entire tournament, and that is Daniel Bryan, who goes on to face your boy Shelton Benjamin, who
My boy.
hasn't had the best time of things, unfortunately.
Hang on, did we not just say that about Bobby Roode?
I was gonna say, but we've been saying that about Bobby. But
you have been saying that about Bobby. Let's say that you.
The big matches, though, going into our next week, going into round 6 of the Group A, are not for first place. They are for second place. As in the men's side, Drew and Shinsuke, who are both tied at 8, face off. And on the women's side, we have Naomi and Shayna Baszler, both tied at 6, set to square off.
Yes, and in a personal standpoint, can we just point out Ricochet and Finn Balor?
Yes, more of these high, impressive fucking matches. More high stakes and more high points matches coming in as we get towards the latter half of the tournament.
Most definitely, but for now, that will be our time at the booth. As always, Alex Angel and myself, Mr. Radox here, signing off from the Group B bracket.
Ta-ra.
Take care.